I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
I don't know why I saw this movie. In case for some reason, uh, whether for fear of copyright on this fucking movie or what, uh, if I didn't put the trailer to this flick at the beginning of this video, this is Skyscraper, a 1996 film that is a die-hard ripoff starring Anna Nicole Smith as an action hero or heroine. Yeah. Now, in all seriousness, I watched this because of curiosity's sake. I'm like, Jesus, I wonder how this is like. And I mean, all due respect to Anna Nicole Smith, I know unfortunately she's passed away. And it's very sad, especially for her child who's going to grow up without knowing their mom. But that's always very sad. But at the same time, I do have to be honest on this movie. And the curiosity wasn't worth it. It's a very dreadful, boring, patrocious, futistic, new word I made up, fuck and artistic, futistic. One of those campy, many people call So Bad's good, but I never want to watch it again, unless it's with friends. That's the only way I watch this again. I mean, plus it was produced by PM Entertainment. Now, PM Entertainment, I've enjoyed these guys' movies. I've only seen a handful of the movies these guys have produced. And it's kind of like when the canon films, which are still my favorite type of films, the canon films, the 80s and when they died off in the early 90s, unfortunately. It's kind of like the PM Entertainment kind of took the mantle and kept going with it. But for those wondering, PM Entertainment, it's mainly these two guys, Richard Pepin, which is the P, and the M is Joseph Murphy, which I mentioned in the video, 11 directors who I think should get a shot, a shot at the big time. Joseph Murphy, he's the guy who directed Rage and Riot with Gary Daniels. He did Zero Tolerance with Robert Patrick. He did Last Man Standing with Jeff Wincott. Those are the PM Entertainment films I've seen so far, and I really enjoyed. The only other one is Land of the Free, which is a really good Jeff Speakman film. Running Red, which is one of those okay Jeff Speakman films, although it does stuff like rip off Red Heat, the bus scene in Red Heat. Haven't seen a lot of their other stuff. I know they made a bunch of movies. They produce a bunch of movies. But yeah, Joseph Murray, the M of PM Entertainment, he did direct the ones I like. Riot and Rage with Gary Daniels, a good Jeff Wincott film, Last Man Standing. Zero Tolerance, again, a good Robert Patrick film. I think I reviewed Zero Tolerance and Last Man Standing. Not the Bruce Willis film, the Jeff Wincott. And yeah, I like those. So even though I haven't seen a lot of PM Entertainment films, I did like those films. I thought they were pretty fun action films, direct to video. But this film is definitely the worst PM Entertainment film I've fucking seen. And it gets a 2.4 on IMDb, and I still think that's too high. And yeah, I know some people say, oh, it's so bad it's good. It's so campy it's good. I would never watch this again. I would fucking... Unless it's with friends. But that's it. But this movie's pretty damn terrible. I mean, I don't know if it was the writing. Not, it wasn't. I don't even. The dialogue sucks. I'm stuttering. The people who wrote this, one is William Applegate Jr. And this guy, see, this guy after this helped write Riot, which is my favorite Gary Daniels film. And I like that one. The Sweeper with C. Thomas Howell, I've heard good things about, but I haven't seen it. Basically would go on to write for TV series LA Heat. He was a TV producer of UPN News 13 for a few years, and last thing he did was 2007. Executive producer on Good Day Sacramento. The other writer of this film is Joseph John Barmettler. See what this guy's done. He has... Oh, he directed Witchcraft 8, Salem's Ghost. And he helped write Alien Secrets. Oh, he also wrote Witchcraft 8, Salem's Ghost. He helped write Riot as well, which I liked. He wrote Time Law, which is a really bad film. He helped on the screenplay of Rage, another good Gary Daniels film. But I guess he also helped write LA Heat. Produce some flicks. So I don't know. It's not really top-notch writing, but just some of the dialogue is pretty damn bad. But it could be maybe it's the director too. It's mainly the one who they got the star as well. Anna Nicole Smith. Who the fuck in their right mind would think Anna Nicole Smith would make a great fucking, I know I'm swearing a lot, action hero? Now Raymond Martino, the guy who directed this, I'm just looking through the credits here. See what he wrote and directed. He wrote and directed a film called American Born, and also Da Vinci's War. I know Joey Travolta. Dumb Luck in Vegas, he wrote and directed, which also had Joey Travolta. So this guy must have been real good friends with Joey Travolta. See, he wrote and directed a film before this called To the Limit, also starring Anna Nicole Smith. And after this, he would write and direct Anna Nicole Smith Exposed. How the fuck do you write that? Isn't that basically, hey, this is where you show your titties, this is where you show your bush. Nope, can't do bush, just show your titties some more. Like, how do you write that? He also directed the video documentary Portrait of a Pinup Queen, Anna Nicole Smith. As you can tell, there's a pattern here. Anna Nicole Smith and Joey Travolta. Joey Travolta is not in this movie, at least that I know of. But I don't know, was this guy just good friends with Anna Nicole Smith, or was it maybe something more? I don't know, because before this, To the Limit, then this film, then Portrait of a Pinup Queen, Anna Nicole Smith, then Anna Nicole Smith Exposed. It just kept with the Anna Nicole Smith stuff. Just, I don't know why. Maybe he had a thing with Anna Nicole Smith. I have no idea. I'm gonna look at his bio real quick. Doesn't say anything on that, but alright, to get to it, I mean, I don't know where to start. I know where. This is the stuff just on IMDb. Here's some quotes from the film. This is how great the dialogue is. This is from Anna Nicole Smith. Well, excuse me if I still believe in the Sunday walks in the park and little babies. That's a line of dialogue. Well, excuse me if we're still believing in Sunday walks in the park and little babies. Because for some reason she has a fucking Texas accent at times. And then this is like a piece of dialogue between two cops. One says, here's one, here's two. I cannot lie, I was humping my goat. So the DA says, but there's more to the story, isn't there, Farmer Brown? Of course. So Farmer Brown says, after I finished humping my goat, the goat turned around and licked my balls. At which point the judge turned to Farmer Brown and said, hey, a good goat will do that. One cop looks at the other with no response. A good Oh, come on, Gordy. I had everybody rolling with that this morning. Yeah, you're sad, man. You're really sad. That's the dialogue. I mean, Anna Nicole Smith stars as a helicopter pilot with these fucking nails that'll rip your scrotum out just so sharp. And basically, she takes these bad guys that we don't know are bad guys yet. Well, we know, but she doesn't know. Basically, these bad guys led by this guy who, I swear to God, he was very annoying. He was not intimidating. I don't know if he was South African. That's what his character was. He had a certain type of accent. And he would spout Shakespeare a lot, which really got annoying as hell. He was just very campy performance. Only certain bad guys can do that. Christopher Neame on Street Night, he could do that well. That's a really good Jeff Speedman film. This guy just did not handle it right. Forget his fucking name already. Don't care. And these bad guys take over this skyscraper because they want the last part. They've gathered the 3 parts. And oh, by the way, that's the first 40 minutes of this film. It's basically Anna Nicole Smith with her job on a helicopter pilot. Then you have the bad guys getting the first part of this 4 parts for this electronic thing that will shift the balance of power in the world. That's a line of dialogue. And I'm like, that sounds... Holy shit, that does sound familiar. I heard that in Expendables 2. I swear to God, Van Damme says, we'll shift the balance of power in the world. I swear to God. I'm like, don't tell me they took lines from fucking Skyscraper and Anna Nicole Smith action movie. That'd be sad. Nah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of movies who have that kind of corny dialogue. No, I don't think that movie has corny dialogue, by the way. Has badass ones. Your disease and I'm the cure. That's badass. This is... makes me want to hock a loogie. It is... Also, I mean, I will grant you, there's a decent action sequence in the beginning where these 2 guys are meeting. One gets the part. And one of the bad guys is shooting missiles from this rocket. Including one that's like a point of view shot that hits the car. And you have a shot where they're trying to get out. They can't get out because the bad guys are blocking the other side of the alleyway. And the guy keeps driving. And, oh yeah, the bad guys have the other side blocked up by a beer truck. Like a Bud... I don't know if you remember. I'm not a beer drinker. But Bud Dry... I don't know, do they still have Bud Dry? That Budweiser Dry? And the car breaks through, and really good looking explosion, breaks through the truck, blows up. I will say the PM Entertainment films, for the low budget, made some really good stunts and action scenes. Of course, this one, that's like the only decent action scene. It's the first one. This movie's so bad, it's making me... my nose itch like I'm allergic to the shit. So that happens, and then we're introduced again to Anna Nicole Smith some more with her boyfriend who works for the LAPD, and we get a sex scene. We get pretty much a softcore sex scene. We see your big titties as big as your fucking head. Probably knock you the fuck out with them. In the shower, very like slow in the shower. Then you have a sex scene. Softcore sex scene. Seeing the guy's ass, her ass, all sorts of things. And pretty much straight out Skinamax. Then you got... again, this is the first 40 minutes, folks. The bad guys go to a second thing because the girl gets a job. And she just... literally one of the worst fucking actresses I have ever witnessed on a screen of any kind. I will say even worse than fucking Rooney Mara. She's just atrocious. She's just one of the worst fucking actresses. Like, her lines is like, see, that's why you don't want to have a baby. You're married to the police department, not me. Like, in this shitty Texas accent. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? And I swear to God, anyway, she takes these bad guys, like, the bad guys hire her because she's a helicopter pilot. She takes it to this one person, and they go there. Well, before that, they steal from this other place, and they don't notice the fucking alarms on until her hubby, the cop, is with a partner, and they go in, and they get one guy, but the others escape. And one of them, again, decent stuff with a rocket launcher, shoots and blows up the cop's partner. And granted, good suit with the guy being on fire, good stunt, but that doesn't save a movie. So the cop wants revenge, and he's finding out that there's these 4 parts to this device, and we never really get an idea that I fucking knows what the hell this device does. Something to do with satellites or something like that. Um, and that now they got 2 parts. One from the action scene in the beginning where they went through the blood dry truck. Another when these guys just stole from this building. The third one that's when they hire her as a pilot and they go to this place, and the bad guy with the shitty Shakespeare dialogue grabs it, shoots a guy flies out. Then he wants her to take him to this other place. Which is funny, the guy shoots a guy, the guy flies out and falls down, but, she's none the wiser. Flies to another building where they're going to get the 4th and final piece. Another thing about that scene, when the bad guy shoots the guy, and they get the 3rd piece. I'm going all over the place because this fucking movie. This is a line of dialogue. The guy who gets the money says, no, it wasn't even him. The bad guy who gets the device, he looks at it, it's like, we're halfway home. And then looks at the guy, and you're all the way home. And shoots the guy. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? We're halfway home. But you're all the way home. And shoots the guy. I'm like, what the fuck kind of dialogue is this? I mean, shit. So she takes him on, she's a pilot, takes him there to the 4th building. This is a skyscraper that's going to get to most of the movie. And they go out, and she knows that previously they had fucked up her antenna. She didn't notice it. She looks at a helicopter, sees it. She can't call anybody, so she goes in the building to call someone. And, like, you have this guy, this Deputy Dewey type of guy, like this kind of shrimp of a guy as a security guard. And once again, this is a dialogue. I'll put a bullet up your ass so far you'll be pissing out your nose. What? The fuck is that? Shit. And long story short, which it never is in these fucking reviews, they get the 4th piece. They're shooting at the guy who gave it to them. They shoot bad. The guy gets shot. He escapes, though, with the final piece. There's fucking Anna Nicole Smith. The guy gives it to her so that the bad guys don't get it. She gets out of there, and basically, she gets in this window wash rig, and then pretty much the scene from Die Hard. She's trying to jump down. She can't reach. She tries to crash through, and of course the thing falls. She's trying to get out of it, and she finally does so that she's not pulled out the window. You ever see that movie? It's called Die Hard. I don't mind Die Hard rip-offs, but at least be a good one. It's just, you do see Under Siege, you can see fucking Passenger 57, you can see Under Siege 2. There's so many others. Deadly Outbreak with Jeff Speakman, that's an excellent movie. Direct-to-video action movie, in my eyes, that's excellent. Especially compared to this. You want to see bad ones, watch this movie. And then, the funny thing is, she has to stop and have a fucking flashback, not only of her boyfriend cop showing her how to shoot, which don't make fucking sense, well, don't make any, doesn't fucking matter because she still can't shoot for shit. And she's also got a flashback on a sex scene she had with her boyfriend after he taught her how to shoot. So you have a sex scene via flashback as these bad guys are chasing her. And then, like, how she run? Then when she finally snaps out, she runs with a gun. This is how she runs. She runs and she has the gun like this. I swear to God, she's running and it's like she's running like this, like the gun like this. I swear to God. What the fuck are you doing? Like, shit. I'm supposed to buy that shit? Come on. Jesus Christ. And like, it's like the people knew that she couldn't be a fucking action star, even though that's what they're trying. Because it takes literally an hour before pretty much the first bad guy gets killed. An hour in a 90-minute movie, a fucking hour. That's what I'm talking about, how boring this film can be. It's basically her just, cat and mouse. And the first bad guy to die is not even from her. It's from the scrawny security guy who shoots this guy. Oh yeah, and the other bad guys, you have like a Fabio-looking motherfucker, buff and long hair. You got a guy with a trench coat and glasses, like, I guess kind of a martial artist. You got the lead guy who, I don't know if he's South African or what, because of the clothes he wore, the accent he was having, trying to spout fucking Shakespeare. You have a few others. You have like your typical female girl who does nothing. The female villain really does nothing. It's not even a fight scene between her and Anna Nicole Smith. It's mainly Anna Nicole Smith shooting her in the back, and that's it. One of the guys I recognize, I'm like, who the hell is that? It's Kelvin Levels. For those who don't know, I know Kelvin Levels because if you ever seen Adventures in Babysitting, you know the guy that, the kids, they go into a car that's actually being stolen, and he's the guy who's stealing it, and he actually helps the kids, especially at the end of the movie. That's Calvin Levels. He was also the cop. He was the partner of Chuck Norris in Hellbound. Part of me thought, man, this guy didn't even have barely any dialogue. I don't even think he had any dialogue. I thought he could actually be funny guy and like Hellbound, and he was finding Adventures Babysitting, small part, but yeah, I buy this guy as the fucking lead more than Anna Nicole Smith. And the reason I was saying that it's like they knew that she couldn't handle this. You have the security guy killing one, then you have her cop partner getting in and killing a couple. Then like the good guys, like they have some security team that goes through the ventilation shafts and they get their ass killed because they're pussies. She gets caught, or she turns herself in because they don't kill the hostages because she hid the case. The reason I explain the whole fucking movie is that you don't have to fucking see it. Because everything I'm explaining is the movie, so you don't have to see it. That's why my reviews go on so long. I just explain the whole fucking movie so you don't have to see the shit. She gets caught. They kill hostage. She goes somewhere. This guy is going to fuck her. You see her titties again. She stabs him in the groin. Shoots him. She can barely hold a fucking gun, right? The cop is fighting the guy in the trench coat. Get his ass kicked. She shoots him. She shoots the bad guy. She goes there. Shoots the female villain right in the back. The lead bad guy shoots one of his men because he doesn't want to share and the money and stuff. He steals this kid that's there, goes up to the rooftop. She gets there, has this fucking pathetic fight with the bad guy who then falls off the fucking thing. And then all is good. She, her boyfriend, the kid, everybody's good, and end the movie. This movie is just fucking... I had to write some of this shit down so I wouldn't forget it, especially some of these winning pieces of dialogue like, put a bullet up your ass so you'll be pissing out your nose. Winners, yeah, fucking... The thing about this movie is it's boring. It's pathetic. Anna Nicole Smith is like the worst fucking choice you can have for a lead, let alone an action hero. Like, I guess she was a lead in another one before this called To the Limit. I mean, this director didn't learn from that. This guy must have been stooping her to keep casting this. Must have been, or something. Personal friend? Personal BJ? I don't know. If like she doesn't even do much, which even she could, she can't do much. She can't even hold a gun. She can't even run with a gun. It's fucking boring. Yeah, how many did I say? About 2 sex scenes and 1 scene where you see her titties. And to be honest, they're not that sexy. Maybe because Anna Nicole Smith doesn't really do anything for me. Be like, oh, what? I don't watch porn to see nudity. That's the thing. I can just go watch porn, and I can find porn in 5 seconds. Watch it, and then it doesn't take 90 minutes to watch a porn. Well, you can, but even a 90-minute porn would be more entertaining. If you don't want to see this just for titties, watch a 90-minute porn. Because the action, other than one little bit at the beginning, it's not much. The acting sucks balls. It's very horrible acting. The script has some really shitty lines of dialogue. What else is there? Again, maybe if you have a couple friends and some beers, you can watch this. Or as a dare. Like I would dare my friends Michael Keane. Although you probably won't want to watch this with your girlfriend because I don't think she would appreciate the softcore sex scenes with Anna Nicole Smith and her tits about as big as your head. She probably wouldn't appreciate that. Like, what the hell are we watching, Michael? Although that'd be funny. Aaron, I know you're a big fan of action movies. Try watching this shit. You think The Stranger's bad with Stone Cold Steve Hunt? That's a shitty movie. This is worse. Fucking Mario, try watching this. All my friends, try watching this. I found this movie on VHD. That's VEEHD.com. You just put an account. It's for free. You set it up for free, and you just type in Skyscraper. You will find it. Because the reason I say that is no one should pay a fucking dime for this movie because it's a total ripoff. It's total bullshit. Okay? A dime is not... This movie ain't worth a fucking dime. I would not buy this movie for a fucking $1. You see me buy some shitty films just for the collection. I would not buy this for $1 because there's nothing to this movie. The Skyscraper plot doesn't even kick in till like the 40-minute mark. And then even then, nothing really happens. The first bad guy gets killed in like an hour mark. And she doesn't even do shit because she can't do shit. And she cannot act for shit. She literally is one of the worst fucking actresses I've ever seen in my fucking life. As bad as the girl in Nemesis 2, 3, and 4, and Rooney Mara. Although, I don't even... Maybe she's better than Anna Nicole Smith. I mean, literally one of the worst actresses, and this is literally one of the worst action films I've seen. It's that bad. Some people may appreciate it so bad it's good, but I don't know. I'd rather just watch Troll 2 or Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. I'll do more entertainment out of those than this. If I want to see titties, the 2.5 scenes she's in, then I'll just watch a porn with her in it. I can find that for free. So this movie is fucking shitty, but I had to share my thoughts on this damn movie. Her as a helicopter pilot, you don't even buy her that. Every line of dialogue, it's like, this girl doesn't even know what the fuck she's talking about. It'd be the same if she's talking about fucking eggs, or about fucking painting the fence, or what's on TV. Like, that's the conviction of her fucking... I don't even call it acting. It's just fucking shitty. It's I guess some people consider it camp classic. Fuck that. It deserves a 2.4. I think it should get lower than that. Maybe a 1.4. It's just shitty. It's definitely the shittiest PM Entertainment films. If you see this film, please don't judge PM Entertainment movies off of this. At least the ones I've seen. Watch Land of the Free with Jeff Speakman. Rage and Riot with Gary Daniels. I haven't seen Recoil yet, but I do have it. Watch Zero Tolerance with Robert Patrick. Watch Last Man Standing with Jeff Wincott. I haven't seen some of their other stuff, but I'm sure they're better than this. I would guarantee it, but it's fucking shitty, it's horrible, and it's Skyscraper. And the thing, maybe it's, and also another thing about Anna Nicole Smith, she's a little bit fatter. And granted, I'm not one to talk because I'm a little bit overweight myself. At least I think so. People say below your chest? Yeah, it's called my dick. Gold play and all, you want to see it? That's for any assholes out there. But you wouldn't want to see me in a sex scene. I wouldn't want to see myself in a sex scene. So what I'm saying is, if you don't try to be an action hero, you might want to think about that. If someone cast me to be an action hero, I would want to work my ass off to be in the best shape as possible, because that helps your film. Because she has a fight scene, it's pathetic. She has sex scenes, they're not that sexy. Maybe it's the face, I don't know. Just something about Anna Nicole Smith I don't find that sexy. There's a lot of other people I can watch in porn that's much sexier than this. I know someone's going to ask, so you wouldn't do her? I didn't say that. But I'm just saying, you know, I've seen better. But I wouldn't say that, but I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. But Skyscraper is a 1996 film. Really, saying there's a ripoff of Die Hard is an insult to fucking Die Hard. But see, I keep itching my nose. Like I'm allergic to this. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. But yeah, this movie's fucking shitty. And so give it a look. Later.